Bangor. From the Great Northwoods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, 5 people are dead after a gunman opens fire in a gay nightclub in Colorado.
Plus, promising news for Maine lobstermen as they deal with strict regulations.
And some Ellsworth seniors enjoyed an early Thanksgiving celebration thanks to the VFW in Ellsworth. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you so much for tuning in on this Monday morning. Chilly Monday morning at that. We've been talking about it all morning as I headed out to work this morning. It kind of took my breath away as you headed out there. And
definitely.
It's been a while since we've had this cold of weather.
I know, it's that wind chill. The wind chill is really making it seem, I think, a bit colder than it really is.
It'll wake you right up, too, let me tell you.
Right. Bundle up and heat those cars up in advance. Devin Biggs has the forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we are this morning. We do have gale warnings in effect running until about Tuesday at 9 a.m. Another system will be sneaking through. No precipitation with that, but it's going to stir up things along the coast, which is why those advisories are in effect. Some high surf we will need to watch out for, at least for the morning period tomorrow. But for now, though, we're dry on land. Things looking pretty nice out there. Not a lot of cloud cover overhead either. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, so we'll be looking for good reasons to get outside. You will have that, though, with this area of low pressure that's moving away from us now, so that's getting out of here. And high pressure will be setting up shop soon. We will have another area of low pressure that we'll try to move through later on, but not a lot of fanfare, though, in the precipitation department. But again, active surf along the coast. So otherwise, the clouds will move in. The snow will stay to our north. It will fizzle out as it tries to move through. But again, a big issue for us will be the wind moving forward. We'll have a little bit of that today as well, with a few areas seeing some winds up to 10 to 15 miles per hour in a few spots. But really by tomorrow, some areas could see up to 20 mile per hour winds, especially along the coast, and some gusty winds along the shore coastline as well on land. But temperatures in the lower 30s today, partly cloudy and breezy, with that west wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. Later on tonight, though, middle 20s, partly cloudy and breezy, south wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a partly cloudy sky, temperatures in the 20s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
All right, thank you, Devin. Well, at least 5 people were killed and 25 others hurt after a shooter opened fire at a gay nightclub in Colorado.
Fox News senior correspondent Alicia Acuna has the latest.
Authorities say it was clubgoers who put an end to a shooting at a nightclub in Colorado Springs, rushing the gunman and subduing him until police arrived.
At least 2 heroic people inside the club confronted and fought with the suspect, and were able to stop the suspect from continuing to kill and harm others. We owe them a great debt of thanks.
Police were called just before midnight, and the shooter was taken into custody within minutes of officers arriving. The suspect is identified as 22-year-old Anderson Lee Aldrich. Police say a man with the same name and age was arrested in 2021 for allegedly threatening to hurt his mother. The venue, Club Q, describes itself as a gay and lesbian nightclub, which has authorities investigating whether the attack constitutes a hate crime.
We are working tirelessly to ensure that justice for the victims in this senseless and evil shooting is given. Club Q is a safe haven for our LGBTQ citizens. Every citizen has the right to feel safe and secure in our city.
Colorado Governor Jared Polis, the nation's first openly gay man elected to the office, called the shooting sickening, in a statement saying in part, "My heart breaks for the family and friends of those lost, injured, and traumatized in this horrific shooting. Colorado stands with our LGBTQ community and everyone impacted by this tragedy as we mourn." So far, no motive has been identified, and the FBI is assisting in the investigation. In Denver, Alicia Acuna, Fox News.
Authorities continue to investigate an ATV crash that killed a teenager in Belgrade. It happened just before midnight Friday night. Deputies from the Kennebec County Sheriff's Office responded to Manchester Road in Belgrade at 11:43 after hearing the teen had crashed. According to the press release, the victim was operating the 1995 Polaris ATV and had passed two vehicles on the left at a high rate of speed when he lost control at the intersection of Wings Mill Road and Manchester Road. Police reported that several fire and EMS personnel arrived at the scene prior to deputies, but were not able to revive the 16-year-old from Oakland. Officials say the teen was not wearing a helmet.
Meanwhile, a woman continues to recover after getting struck by a vehicle in Newburgh. It happened Saturday around 1:30 p.m. on the Carmel Road. Police reported a 56-year-old female was transported to Northern Light Hospital in Bangor with serious injuries. The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigation Division, Accident Reconstruction Team, a forensic mapper, and others all responded to the scene to help with the investigation. And they say the investigators do not believe speed and alcohol were factors at this time. The investigation remains open today.
Authorities continue to search for answers following a deadly home invasion in Cherryfield. They say 36-year-old Matthew Adams of Whitneyville was killed in the assault, and a woman and another man were injured. No charges have been filed in the case as police continue their investigation. Matthew Dronsick has the story.
Law enforcement is asking for your assistance to shut down the road.
The Washington County Sheriff's Office was called to 62 Teenan Lane in Cherryfield Thursday night after reports of a home invasion. According to Maine Police spokeswoman Shannon Moss, deputies arrived to the scene where they found an adult female with serious injuries, an adult male with minor injuries, and a deceased male.
I don't know what to say. This is a quiet neighborhood. There's a lot of traffic on this road, but the neighbors are good. I don't know.
The deceased male, 36-year-old Matthew Adams of Whitneyville, was transported to the medical examiner's office where an autopsy was performed. At this time, Maine State Police are calling the death a homicide.
I see the couple go by, back and forth. Everything I know, that they're good people, so I couldn't tell you what could possibly have happened up there.
Maine State Police spent the majority of Friday on scene before the evidence response team arrived. The department is continuing to investigate the circumstances surrounding the death and the events that led up to the incident. Matthew Dronsick, ABC7 and Fox 22.
The body of Matthew Adams was taken to the medical examiner's office for an autopsy. His death is listed as a homicide, although authorities haven't released details on how he died.
A Penobscot County judge ordered an Old Town mother to serve 19 years in prison for the death of her 3-year-old daughter. We attended that court proceeding during an emotional hearing.
3-year-old Haley Golding died from a fentanyl overdose back in 2021. Hillary Golding pled guilty in September for the death of her daughter Haley. Assistant Attorney General Lisa Bogue says Hillary watched her child suffer, noting that it took over 20 hours for Hillary to call for medical attention. The judge says substance abuse played a huge role in this deadly crime, describing the graphic details of Haley walking in and out of her apartment building with her limp child after knowing she ingested fentanyl.
As the judge indicated, it's a substance that's overwhelming our community and the court system. I have countless, more than I can count, cases involving that substance. It's a big problem.
The defense and prosecution mutually agreed. This case sparked intense emotions for both sides.
I'm representing an individual who is responsible for the death of a family member. It implicates a lot of emotional issues.
I think it's difficult for families when they both have a relationship with the child who has died, as well as a relationship with the person is alive.
Hillary took time to address her mother during her open statement to the court.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I love you both so much. And I want you to know how grateful I am that you are here today.
Golding's attorney says she hopes her story will be a testament to anyone struggling with substance abuse disorder.
Ms. Golding has a long sentence to serve, and I'm hopeful that upon release time, she's in good health and good spirits and in much better condition.
In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
A former attorney from Newport who was convicted of stealing almost $300,000 from a client's estate has been sentenced to 2 years in prison. Back in June, 74-year-old Dale Thistle was found guilty of stealing $290,000 from former client Gilman Friend's wrongful death settlement. Gilman's ex-wife, Donna Friend, hired Thistle to handle the settlement case. However, it was later determined she was not entitled to any settlement funds. Rather than Thistle contacting Gilman's children to inform them about the settlement, he began paying personal debts and writing checks to himself with the money. Friend's children addressed the court describing who their father was and provided suggestions to the judge for how Thistle can pay back the stolen funds.
Concerning a possible restitution, if the guilty defendant Thistle is currently collecting his Social Security or retirement fund, can the court in that sentencing garnish those payments and direct those funds to the friend's family?
He was active and lovingly a leader of the town of Newport.
Thistle's prior employment as a lawyer allows the friend family to qualify for around $40,000 of the stolen money to be reimbursed through a lawyer's fund. Thistle was also ordered to pay $290,000 in restitution.
Well, a federal judge has ruled that new lobster fishing regulations designed to protect North Atlantic right whales will be delayed until 2024. That will give the government more time to gather data in hopes of drafting more effective strategies. The judge previously ruled that fishing restrictions issued by the National Marine Fisheries Service didn't go far enough to protect the whales. Now the judge sent the current rules back to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, so they can take more time to gather data about right whales and where they actually are, and then make adjustments to the rules. Executive Director of the Maine Lobstering Union, Virginia Olson, says if the judge had taken a different route and vacated the rules altogether, it could have shut down the lobster industry entirely for 8 years. However, sending the biological opinion back to NOAA for refinement instead prevents that from happening.
We need time to be able to get accurate data, better data, to make informed decisions so we can protect right whales. We need to be able to protect right whales where they are and not destroy an industry that has been working very hard to be a sustainable fishery as well as protect the right whales.
Olson says the 2-year delay also allows time to see what the effects are of the seasonal closure and gear changes that have already been implemented, as well as plotting a better way forward for any future changes. I think that's a great idea. Time to just take a little pause, figure the situation out, maybe come up with something that won't hurt so many people.
Right, a pause has been needed.
Yeah.
Some sort of pause. Well, the time is now 8:12. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, we'll get a glimpse of an early Thanksgiving gathering shared between veterans over the weekend.
But first, let's take another look at that forecast. Today, we can expect partly cloudy skies with a high around 33. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies with a high around 36 degrees.
Welcome to Kings Mountain RC and Hobby Shop in Brewer.
And some call me the King.
There are RC trucks, cars, crawlers, and parts aplenty. There are planes, metal detectors, and gear galore. I have decreed that all people can book birthday parties with their RC vehicles provided for all. We have indoor and outdoor tracks and crawling courses available. Bring yourself, your family, and friends to Kings Mountain RC and Hobby Shop, South Main Street, Brewer.
Hi folks, this is Barry Gass of Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear in Orono. We've been in business since 1911, and our third-generation family-owned business can't wait to show you our unique line of Western wear and Western tack. We have Western boots, shirts, hats, belts, and buckles for the entire family, and Western tack from bridles to saddles and everything in between for your horse.
Gass Horse Supply and Western Wear, where the American West comes alive in Maine.
Pro football fans, it's You Pick'em NFL, the Pro Football Challenge from Fox 22. Go to foxbangor.com, click on You Pick'em, and go to You Pick'em NFL. Make your picks, and you could be the weekly winner of a gift certificate from Chase's Family Restaurant in Bangor. Brought to you by Chase's Family Restaurant in Bangor, Prouty Auto Body in Dover Foxcroft, Twin City Tile in Brewer, and Twin City Tint in Brewer. Compete all season long for the grand prize trip for 2 to Hawaii. It's You Pick'em NFL at foxbangor.com.
It's going to be loud, it's going to be noisy, it's going to be raucous. Wait for it, wait for it.
Showtime. Wow!
Oh, my! There's a lot of pride on the line.
Congratulations, you are the champion.
Let the celebration begin. Throw to second is in time. Running out of room, and he makes the catch! Wow.
An organization in Columbia Falls is honoring the families of those who have lost loved ones in combat in a meaningful way. Matthew Dronsick has more on this touching tribute.
I will never be able to explain what it means to us totally, but
to know that he is never going to be forgotten.
Heading into the holidays, Reach Across America is continuing its mission of honoring Gold Star families by allowing them to stay free of charge in what the organization calls a hospitality house, as it reflects historical moments in time.
It's a free bed and breakfast for Gold Star families from all over the country. They can come and stay as long as they'd like to.
Gold Star Families is a nonprofit organization created to help those grieving any military loss. The historic home replicates pieces of the past wars, from the Civil War to the War on Terror.
We just decided which conflicts, would be something that we could offer to educate the kids. And then as we walked through the rooms, we just talked about visuals and then started gathering things.
Every piece of memorabilia donated to Reach Across America came from families who either lost a loved one in combat or those committed to offering opportunities to better understand American history.
They don't want us not to talk about their loved ones. They want us to talk about it. Those memories are what they have. So keeping their name alive is so important.
Dolly Sullivan has a room dedicated to her son, Captain Christopher Sullivan, who lost his life while serving in Iraq. She says being able to keep these memories alive is not only a way to teach the younger generations, but to cherish the ultimate sacrifice these men went through.
It is just a part of history that is coming alive. When you walk through the halls and you see the different war eras that were represented and you think about what some of these people went through, we need to remember that and to honor them and to keep their memory alive.
In Columbia Falls, Matthew Juronsik, ABC7 and Fox 22.
The seniors broke bread together at the Veterans of Foreign Wars post in Ellsworth Saturday. We were there to join in as the community sat down to enjoy an early Thanksgiving dinner. A.J. Douglas has more.
It's a nice tradition that we like to do, and it's definitely all free.
The Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 109 in Ellsworth hosted its annual Senior Thanksgiving dinner Saturday to give back to senior veterans. The annual tradition has been feeding seniors for the past 40 years. Community members of all ages play a role in the event's success each year, as students from the Hancock County Technical Center and Culinary Arts program prepared the meals.
This gives them a chance to actually cook in large quantities, plate in large quantities, and it's a win-win situation for everyone.
High school students rolled up their sleeves to feed around 100 people.
There's the community service hours, but it's also really nice to just serve the community and be here for our veterans.
Seniors say they enjoyed seeing the young Cub Scout servers from Pack 86 in Ellsworth. The VFW sponsors the Cub Scout program with hopes of giving children opportunities to engage with local vets.
The kids look forward to it and they love it. And I haven't had one complaint about the service since the kids started doing it.
Johnny Coolidge says she comes from a long line of brave veterans who have been serving this country for decades. Coolidge says Saturday's Senior Thanksgiving dinner served plenty of tender moments.
It gives me positive outlook that our world will be better.
Sullivan says Post 109 works to support veterans on a regular basis, whether it's utilizing the Veterans Relief Fund or advocating for more financial assistance options on the congressional floor.
No veteran goes cold or hungry around us.
In Ellsworth, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Boy, they had a great turnout there. It looks like the Cub Scouts were even out there joining them.
I know, the Cub Scouts and the Girl Scouts helped out. They got some, I'm not sure how it works anymore, if they got their patch or anything for their volunteer work, but either way.
Good for them, great
diverse
experience.
Group of people, absolutely.
Well, the time now is 8:18. Coming up after the break, we'll have some updates regarding the World Cup.
We'll be right back.
The time is now, New England. Medicare annual enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. Hey, I know the glory of a final second win, but don't leave your health care decision up to a Hail Mary. And now it's more important than ever to have a team you can count on. United Healthcare offered some of the first Medicare Advantage plans in New England and is the only company with plans in all 6 states. Now, with more than 250,000 members, they're the leader. But it's not all about being the biggest. Trust me, I know. Sure, all their plans give you access to top doctors and hospitals throughout New England, as well as the nation's largest network of Medicare providers with no referrals. They're also affordable with $0 premium plans in every state, free primary care visits, eye and hearing exams, and no copays for labs, virtual visits, mammograms, and colonoscopies. There's coverage for glasses and hearing aids, and many plans have comprehensive dental benefits. Beyond the benefits, United Healthcare cares. Whether it's diabetes, heart disease, a disability, a knee replacement, United Healthcare has personal navigators, a single point of contact to help you get healthy so you can live your best life. United Healthcare is also the only plan to offer Renew Active with free gym memberships, thousands of online workouts, brain exercises, recipes, healthy lifestyle tips, and rewards for staying active. There are credits for over-the-counter items like vitamins and aspirins and zero copays on hundreds of prescription drugs. You may even get rewards for routine care like annual checkups and certain preventative screenings, all backed by one of the most trusted companies in the country and the Medicare Advantage leader in New England, United Healthcare. Choose and stick with the plan that is in it for the long game. Find out which United Healthcare Medicare Advantage plan is right for you. Call 1-800-236-3146 or visit uhcnewengland.com.
Soccer fans around the world are rejoicing as the 2022 FIFA World Cup kicks off. Fans are arriving ready for the first game between Qatar and Ecuador. Fox's Alex Hogan is in Doha, Qatar with more.
Soccer fans from all around the world are here in Doha, Qatar for the kickoff to the World Cup. And what's often seen as a month-long celebration is well underway, with fans kicking off the celebration at the FIFA Fan Festival. This is a watch party zone for those not attending matches. It's also one of the select places to grab a beer, since the government announced yesterday that beer sales in stadiums are off the table, despite a multi-million-dollar agreement with Budweiser. Drinking in public in Qatar is illegal, a rule that was supposed to be lifted to host the international event. Fans instead have been told that they can purchase non-alcoholic beer unless they have the most expensive tickets. People in VIP and luxury suites will still be able to drink. The last-minute change creating quite the uproar internationally. The government here insisting that visitors should abide by local customs. Human rights advocates argue that the revision casts uncertainty about other promises. Today, the president of FIFA, the world's governing soccer body, spoke for about an hour defending the Qatari government and bashed Western criticism.
This moral lesson giving, one-sided, it's just hypocrisy.
Qatar is the first country in the Middle East to host the World Cup. The small conservative Muslim nation is about the size of Connecticut and has less than 3 million residents. That's about the population of the city of Chicago. Team USA will play Wales on Monday, England on Black Friday, and Iran the following week. You can catch all of it live on Fox Sports. In Qatar, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
A game for everybody on Thanksgiving.
I guess so.
Yeah. Well, the time is now 8:23.
Time to get a full look at our forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scotch Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home and Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we are. Gale warnings are up, running until about 9 a.m. for your Tuesday. Another system is going to be moving in from the north and west, going southeast, so it's going to get the surf active again. But some gusty winds going on shore and also over waters as well, so we'll have to watch for that at least through tomorrow. But otherwise, though, not much cloud cover overhead. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, with more of the clouds arriving during the afternoon period as that next system begins to move in. Located right about in here, though, so it's going to be moving from the northwest, going toward the south and east. It's going to try to bring some precipitation with it, but I think it's all going to fizzle out before it begins to move in, as high pressure will have to influence that just a little bit. So either way, though, no precipitation for us, but we will have to watch out for those gusty winds at least through tomorrow. Here we are. Some of those gusty winds can reach up close to 20 miles per hour today, generally up to 15 miles per hour in a few spots. Later on tonight, though, along the coastline, some areas could see up to 30 miles per hour at times, so we'll keep some of those winds going as the system moves through as we head towards your Tuesday. Otherwise, though, here are the surface already active, 2 to 13 feet according to some of the buoys, even some spots even up to 16 feet. So the ocean is active already, and it will continue to remain active for another day or so. Our average high is 44 degrees. We're going to be below that for a few more days. In the lower 30s today, middle 30s Tuesday, upper 30s for your Wednesday, back down to the mid 30s Thursday. The warm-up kicks in Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. with 40s finally making a return. So moving forward for today, though, we're going to be under a partly cloudy sky today. That system is going to be moving in from the northwest, going toward the south and east, and it's going to try to bring some snow with it, but it's going to fizzle out as it tries to move in. So we'll just have the clouds moving in, and that'll be about it at all. But Tuesday morning, a lot of sunshine to start things off, though, but we may have to watch soon for maybe a few more passing clouds. But overall, a pretty decent day for you Tuesday with a lot of sunshine. The clouds start to approach Tuesday night into the day on your Wednesday. Your forecast for today, lower 30s, partly cloudy and breezy with that west wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 20s, partly cloudy and breezy, that south wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, middle 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy, west wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. Thanksgiving week is here, though, and overall, we're looking pretty decent out there through Wednesday and even into your Thursday. Temperatures overall not too bad in the 30s. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, mostly sunny tomorrow. Partly cloudy for your Wednesday. Thanksgiving looking nice, mostly sunny. Temperatures in the mid-30s. And Friday, rain and snow showers on the way. Temperatures in the low 40s.
I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. Winning car accident cases is what we do. Check out a few of our big wins.
I broke my leg, and they got me $205,000. What did the twos do for you?
I injured my back, and they got me $300,000. What did the twos do for you?
I broke multiple bones, and Lowry & Associates got me $700,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps, we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
Mom and Dad, you must be so proud.
We're proud of all of our children.
She has to say that.
Oh! You can't run away from me forever.
Just a heads up, this is my good side.
Yeah.
Bazinga, bazinga, bazinga.
Ah! Are you trying to kill me?
Weekdays at 6 on Fox 22.
Now to the investigation into that tragic accident involving a young girl who died after being struck after a pickup truck hit her during a Christmas parade. It happened Saturday morning in Raleigh, North Carolina. Officials say a vehicle was pulling a float carrying a local dance company when the driver suddenly called out that he had lost control and couldn't stop. The vehicle ended up striking one of the dancers who was performing in front of the truck. She was taken to a nearby hospital where she passed away. The 20-year-old driver was arrested and charged with several counts, including careless and reckless driving.
The FBI is launching an investigation into a North Carolina woman's death in Mexico. Shankia Robinson went on a vacation with a group of 6 friends for a birthday celebration in October, but she never made it back to the States. Robinson was dead within 24 hours of getting off the plane. Her mother says her daughter's friends initially said the 25-year-old died from alcohol poisoning, but the autopsy told a different story. The autopsy revealing she had a broken neck and suffered spinal cord injuries. The investigation is ongoing. A large number of people on social media are advocating for police to hold those responsible accountable for Robinson's death.
A special counsel will conduct a federal investigation of Donald Trump just days after the former president announces he wants his old job back. Attorney Jack Smith pledged that he will exercise independent judgment and follow the facts of the case.
Fox's Carolyn Shively has the details from Washington.
On Friday, Attorney General Merrick Garland appointed a legal powerhouse to serve as special counsel to oversee twin investigations involving former President Donald Trump. One probe covers classified documents found at Trump's Florida estate. The other examines the January 6th riot and efforts to reverse the 2020 election.
As special counsel, he will exercise independent prosecutorial judgment to decide whether charges should be brought.
Jack Smith will head up the investigation for the Department of Justice. He's served as the chief prosecutor for the special court in The Hague charged with investigating war crimes in Kosovo since 2018. Now he'll have a team of lawyers in D.C.
It's really Mar-a-Lago that I would be most worried about if I were on the Trump team.
Trump tells Fox Digital he won't partake in the investigation, calling it unfair and so political. The announcement comes just 3 days after the former president launched a new bid for the White House, where he took the Mar-a-Lago investigation head on.
I say, why didn't you raid Bush's place? Why didn't you raid Clinton?
President Biden ignored reporters' questions about the investigation on Friday, but White House officials say the DOJ is operating independently.
We are not involved. We have not been aware about this particular investigation or any criminal investigation.
The special counsel will focus on Trump's actions and will not look into ongoing cases against January 6th rioters. In Washington, Caroline Shively, Fox News.
Thousands in the Ukrainian city of Kherson received humanitarian aid on Friday. The aid comes a week after Ukrainian forces recaptured the city. Aid groups say they needed a period of calm before being able to deliver basic services to citizens. This comes after food charity The World Central Kitchen came under shelling as volunteers delivered food assistance in the city. Well, that's some good news as well. At least they finally got some resources and food. And still to come here this morning on the second half of our show, we'll have your full weather forecast.
Plus some striking photos of a fish that are native to and rare in Maine. We'll show you that coming up as Good Morning Maine continues.
Each year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital works to improve the lives of kids and their families around the world. And this holiday season, Kia wants to help. We're continuing our tradition of helping others by expanding Kia's Accelerate the Good partnership with St. Jude and making a donation for every new car purchased during the holidays. Join us and help celebrate Kia's season of giving back. Kia, movement that inspires.
Everything I did for my family.
The Cleaning Lady, tonight on Fox.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Fox Tuesdays.
Fixing things is my job.
Want to see some action?
A new heart-pounding season is here.
We need to get in there right away.
We're going to get the job done.
The Resident, all new Tuesdays on Fox.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Back, everyone. Well, today is Monday, November 21st, 2022. It is also World Fisheries Day, highlighting the critical importance of healthy ocean ecosystems.
And in Maine history, it's a bit of a macabre history this morning. The last person to be legally executed, Daniel Wilkinson in Maine, was on this day in 1885 for the murder of police constable William Lawrence during a burglary in Bath. The death sentence was carried out at the Maine State Prison in Thomaston in front of thousands of spectators. His death led to the abolishment of the death penalty, which occurred in 1886. That got me thinking for a couple of reasons. I mean, with that change of culture in our history, at least with the change of the death penalty not being allowed anymore, you see a lot of, during that era, it was common for spectators to be at that type of thing. And
it was like a fair-like atmosphere. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It was common for that then. And now, I mean, that's not allowed, even for states that have the death penalty. So it's interesting to see how even though some states still have the death penalty, the culture seems to change.
It's kind of controversial, too. People have strong opinions one way or another, whether or not it should be. It comes up in Maine every now and then, whether they should reinstate it.
It's one of those things that always is a conversation starter if you want to go there with it.
Too bad there's even a need for any of it. But
right,
anyway.
right.
On a brighter note, on this day back in 1976, Rocky, starring Sylvester Stallone, premiered in New York. And for birthdays today, we have actress Goldie Hawn, who is 77, Icelandic musician Bjork is 57, and football player and Good Morning America host Michael Strahan is 51. Happy birthday to all of them.
Michael Strahan is awesome.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier in one of the earlier broadcasts. It's just nice to watch his career, how it's kind of just taken off. He was a tremendous football player, of course, and then he became ABC in Good Morning America. And he's got his own clothing line, all this other stuff going on.
He's a great host, and he's diversified his identity. It's really cool to see. It's kind of like Shaq. I mean, he sticks with ads more so. But I mean, hey, he's secured a comfortable life for himself and his family. So that's
what
really
I
interesting.
understand about Shaq too, he's like one of the richest people out there that you don't even realize how much money he has.
Right.
He's like 153 franchises here and there, and
he's
all
not
these
just
things.
a basketball player; he's a businessman.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Gets people working for him now.
Right,
so.
right.
Hey, let's talk about the weather. It's certainly chillier out there today. We have to expect it right before Thanksgiving. I think we're kind of catching up to more normal type weather for this time of year.
Absolutely. Still a bit of whiplash since last weekend. I know it was, I keep thinking about it. 65 last weekend.
Yeah, a little over a week ago, I guess.
Right.
And, we were wearing shorts and things like that.
Right.
And now we get the big coats out.
Officially big coat season.
Yep.
Devin Biggs has the forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we are this morning. We do have gale warnings in effect running till about Tuesday at 9 a.m. Another system will be sneaking through. No precipitation with that, but it's going to stir up things along the coast, which is why those advisories are in effect. Some high surf we will need to watch out for, at least for the morning period tomorrow. But for now, though, we're dry on land. Things looking pretty nice out there. Not a lot of cloud cover overhead either. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, so you'll be looking for good reasons to get outside. You will have that, though, with this area of low pressure that's moving away from us now, so that's getting out of here. And high pressure will be setting up shop soon. We will have another area of low pressure that we'll try to move through later on, but not a lot of fanfare, though, in the precipitation department. But again, active surf along the coast. So otherwise, the clouds will move in. The snow will stay to our north. It will fizzle out as it tries to move through. But again, a big issue for us will be the wind moving forward. We'll have a little bit of that today as well, with a few areas seeing some winds up to 10 to 15 miles per hour in a few spots. But really by tomorrow, some areas could see up to 20 mile per hour winds, especially along the coast, and some gusty winds along the short coastline as well on land. But temperatures in the lower 30s today, partly cloudy and breezy, with that west wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. Later on tonight, though, middle 20s, partly cloudy and breezy, south wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period, a partly cloudy sky, temperatures in the 20s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
All right, thank you, Devin.
Well, careful monitoring of a visually striking fish in Maine waters by the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife has yielded some stunning photos. Arctic char, also known as blueback trout, is a fish that is native to Maine but has been threatened by invasive species and cumulative impacts of watershed use, according to the IFW. Only 14 waters in Maine harbor the unique species and represent the only endemic populations in the lower 48 states. Shown here is the data collection process by the IFW as spawning season approaches. Trap nets and gill nets were used last week by biologists to safely collect and study the fish, then releasing them. The recovery of the species after invasive smelt were introduced in the late 1980s has been great, with only 14 individual fish being found just a decade ago, with population numbers now being around 100. To learn more, head to the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife Facebook page.
Boy, they're doing some good work with all their restocking, and in this case, trying to stock something that's been endangered,
I know. Very striking. I didn't think we had fish of that color in Maine.
Yeah, beautiful.
So, yeah. Well, still to come here this morning, Tyler Cruz and Ryan Sudol will have your latest with local sports.
Back with more right after this.
Hear that music? It can only mean breakfast bagels are back at McDonald's. Imagine a fluffy egg, 2 slices of cheese, plus your choice of a steak patty, bacon, or sausage, all in a toasted bagel. That's right, the steak, egg, and cheese bagel, bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, and sausage, egg, and cheese bagels are all back, but only for a limited time at McDonald's.
Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover-Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance. Browse our inventory online or in person. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, we can put you in the vehicle that is right for you. Sales, service, and parts. Rowell's Garage. Doing business the right way every day.
Sometimes big truck accidents can result in big case settlements. These are just some of the big case results I've fought to get my clients. If a big truck hurts you, we'll make them pay you every single dollar you deserve for your injuries. I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the Twos. We win for you.
Hurt by a big truck? Come out on top. Call the Twos. Call 222-2222.
One good guess.
Cursed romance. Star-crossed lovers.
You better work! Deserves another.
Egyptian writing.
Hieroglyphics.
Wow! I felt like the person shouting wrong answers in the study group.
And another.
Opposite water? Sand.
25 words or less.
You did it again. You're going home with another $10,000.
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
Losing someone is never easy.
911 tonight at 8/7 Central on Fox.
What's up, everybody? Ryan Sudol here. Listen, if you love football, you are going to love this show right here. So let's just jump right in and start with what can only be described as an instant classic. Maine Black Bear football played New Hampshire today in the 112th battle for the Bryce Cowell Musket. And folks, it might have been one of the best of them all. Buckle up. UMaine at 2-8, playing the 18th ranked Wildcats, vying for a playoff spot. We start in the third quarter. Maine down 28-14. This is wide receiver Xavier Scott out of the backfield, down the sidelines. No, sir, he says. A 75-yard touchdown run. Extra point makes it 28-21. To the fourth. Maine threatening. Joe Fagnano fakes everybody out, including me. He gets in easily for the score. We are tied up at 28. Just a couple minutes later, though, Wildcat quarterback Max Brosmer, geez, another fake out. He finds tight end Adam Deese. He evades the tackle, touchdown, 35-28 UNH. Now, 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Running back Elijah Barnwell from Piscataway, New Jersey, goes in untouched. Tied again at 35. We go to overtime in OT. First possession. Here's Brosmer. He's going to toss it to the back of the end zone. He finds Kyle Lepowski. Great catch. Touchdown UNH. Extra point makes it 42-35. And ladies and gentlemen, it's hard to describe what happens next. 4th and 18. Musket on the line. Fagnano over the middle. The lateral to Montego Moss, who then hurls it off his back foot to the freshman tight end Rohan Jones. He has a block, an alley, and a touchdown. It's 42-41 off of that. One of the wildest plays in Musket history. All that's missing is a band on the field. Coach Jordan Stevens says to heck with it. We want to win it now. Going for two. Fagnano's pass is intercepted by Bryce Shaw. The game is over. The Musket goes back to New Hampshire. They win it 42-41 in overtime. What a game. Okay, everybody inhale and exhale. Well, you'd think that after that we'd have enough football for you tonight, but there's more. In case you forgot, Saturday was also state championship day for 11-man high school football, and we've got highlights from those games coming your way. Starting out with Class D at Cameron Stadium, Foxcroft Academy playing Lisbon St. Dom's in hopes of back-to-back Class D titles. Here we go. There you see Cameron Stadium in Bangor. Great venue. First half, Foxcroft up 28-0. Here's Lisbon's Josh Carter dragging a defender into the end zone for the touchdown, 28-6 Ponies. Third quarter now, 28-14 Foxcroft. Lisbon's Colby Levasseur. How did he escape that mess? He gets in 28-22 Foxcroft. But later in the third, after a Lisbon fumble, Caden Crocker punches it in for the Ponies. It's 35-22. Foxcroft wins 41-22. They are back-to-back Class D champs. Okay, the nightcap at camera now. Class C final between the two #1 seeds, Levitt and Madomic Valley. Third quarter, Levitt up 40-0, and that's due in part to their defensive efforts. Here's Noah Carpenter picking off Liam Wilson's pass, and he'll get a nice return out of it too. Great moves in the open field by the junior as he gets it all the way to the 10-yard line. Fourth quarter now, 40-6. Sawyer Hathaway with the keeper. He gets in. Hornets up 46-6, and that would be the final. Levitt wins Class C for the second time in the last 3 years. Last but not least, Class B title game, Skowhegan against Portland at Portland. Second quarter, no score. Skowhegan quarterback Adam Savage with a little flip ski to Tyler Annis. Defender pulling on his jersey, but he's no match. Touchdown, 7-0 Skowhegan after the PAT. Late second quarter, Savage airs it out, and I mean airs it out for Quincy McCray. A 40-yard touchdown strike as Skowhegan takes a 20-6 lead into halftime. Third quarter, Portland quarterback Kennedy Charles from 5 yards out brings a couple Riverhawks into the end zone with him. Bulldogs within 20-14 after the 2-point conversion. Fourth quarter now, Dogs driving, but Charles's pass is going to be intercepted by Adam Savage. The senior did it all today as he leads Skowhegan to their first state title in 44 years. The Riverhawks win Class B 20-14 over Portland in their house.
It's indescribable. I mean, it means so much for all of us, the players, the community, the coaches. It just feels great. There's no other way to describe it. It's amazing. It's surreal.
That's all for sports. We hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
The Furniture Gallery's Black Friday deals are here. We're fully stocked just in time for holiday get-togethers. We've got your choice of 5-piece dining sets starting at $449. Need extra living room seating? Sectional starting at $699 and recliner starting at $299. Long-distance guests staying over? Queen mattresses as low as $299 with closeout mattresses up to $1,000 off. Special financing is available. Support our main family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
This is Todd. And this is Sarah.
She's leaving for Paris.
But this isn't your classic holiday rom-com. It's a Nissan event ad.
Seriously?
Featuring the Nissan Rogue. And more standard power than a CR-V.
This is a love emergency.
Don't let true love or these offers get away.
Now get a low $199 per month lease on Altima.
Oh my goodness.
Happy Thanksgiving! On a special two-night Thanksgiving event.
I'm excited.
Feast your eyes on a super stuffed race to the semifinals.
It's about to go down.
Who gobbles up the competition?
We came here to win.
And who's ruffling feathers?
Wait, Nick.
What?
I have something to say.
This has never happened in Masked Singer history. Oh my God.
All new Masked Singer two-night Thanksgiving event starts Wednesday on Fox.
Thanksgiving is only a few days away. Millions will be hitting the roads to celebrate with loved ones or maybe taking to the skies.
ABC's Alexis Christoforous has tips on how to make the journey as stress-free as possible.
Thanksgiving, when families and loved ones gather from near and far. The roads and airports filled with travelers. AAA predicting 54.6 million people will travel 50 miles or more this Thanksgiving holiday.
And that's 1.5% higher than 2021. So we're looking at the third busiest travel season for Thanksgiving holiday since 2000.
If you're one of the estimated 49 million making the trip by car,
the best times to take to the roads is really before 8 a.m. And after 8 p.m. You're going to see peak travel times between 4 and 8 p.m., Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then Wednesday is the absolute peak day for travel, about 42% higher than normal volume.
Before you hit the gas, don't forget to pack the essentials.
Making sure you have a safety kit in your car and flares and extra water and pack snacks.
If you'll be flying to your destination,
I think it's going to be a really busy Thanksgiving travel season. I think you're looking right now at flights that are more full today than they were pre-pandemic. So you're seeing flights with fewer empty seats today than we saw in 2019. Don't expect that coveted empty middle seat next to you. Not terribly likely.
Although delays happen, don't be too concerned about cancellations and disruptions.
I'm cautiously optimistic that air travel operations have improved and that we're not going to see the same meltdowns that we saw earlier this year. Even at the worst of times, still over 97% of flights are operating. The odds are still very much in your favor.
Alexis Christoforous, ABC News, New York.
A little tidbit here, too. It looks like gas prices has fallen 5.8 cents in the last week, so that'll help just a little bit. I won't tell you how much higher we are compared to a year ago.
Yeah.
Because that will kind of take away what I just said.
Right.
Yeah, but it's getting better out there.
We'll take the good news.
Yeah.
We'll take it. Well, here's meteorologist Evan Biggs with our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, here we are. Gale warnings are up, running until about 9 a.m. for your Tuesday. Another system is going to be moving in from the north and west, going southeast, so it's going to get the surf active again. But some gusty winds going on shore and also over waters as well, so we'll have to watch for that at least through tomorrow. But otherwise, so not much cloud cover overhead. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, with more of the clouds arriving during the afternoon period as that next system begins to move in. Located right about in here, though, so it's going to be moving from the northwest, going toward the south and east. It's going to try to bring some precipitation with it, but I think it's all going to fizzle out before it begins to move in as high pressure will have to influence that just a little bit. So either way, though, no precipitation for us, but we will have to watch out for those gusty winds at least through tomorrow. Here we are. Some of those gusty winds can reach up close to 20 miles per hour today, generally up to 15 miles per hour in a few spots. Later on tonight, though, along the coastline, some areas could see up to 30 miles per hour at times, so we'll keep some of those winds going as the system moves through as we head towards your Tuesday. Otherwise, though, here are the surface already active, 2 to 13 feet according to some of the buoys, even some spots even up to 16 feet. So the ocean is active already, and it will continue to remain active for another day or so. Our average high is 44 degrees. We're going to be below that for a few more days. In the lower 30s today, middle 30s Tuesday, upper 30s for your Wednesday, back down to the mid 30s Thursday. The warm kicks in Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, with 40s finally making a return. So moving forward for today, though, we're going to be under a partly cloudy sky today. That system is going to be moving in from the northwest, going toward the south and east, and it's going to try to bring some snow with it, but it's going to fizzle out as it tries to move in. So we'll just have the clouds moving in, and that'll be about it at all. But Tuesday morning, a lot of sunshine to start things off, though, but we may have to watch soon for maybe a few more passing clouds. But overall, a pretty decent day for you Tuesday with a lot of sunshine. The clouds start to approach Tuesday night into the day on your Wednesday. Your forecast for today, lower 30s, partly cloudy and breezy with that west wind getting up to about 15 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 20s, partly cloudy and breezy, that south wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Moving ahead towards tomorrow, middle 30s, mostly cloudy and breezy, west wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. Thanksgiving week is here, though, and overall we're looking pretty decent out there through Wednesday and even into your Thursday. Temperatures overall not too bad in the 30s. We'll be under a partly cloudy sky today, mostly sunny tomorrow, partly cloudy for your Wednesday. Thanksgiving looking nice, mostly sunny. Temperatures in the mid-30s. And Friday, rain and snow showers on the way. Temperatures in the low 40s.
$7.8 million. That's how much I made home sellers in the past 2 years. Planning on selling? I'm Holly Taylor. Come to the one who gets it done. HollyTaylor.Realtor.
Renovating or building new, you'll find a wide selection of high-performing, energy-efficient, and beautiful windows and doors at Hammond Lumber Company. Your Hammond sales representative will walk you through the showroom displays and help you choose options to create a personalized custom look. Free in-home measurement is available, and Hammond can deliver your order from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Bring your vision and enjoy better light and added security and energy savings with quality windows and doors from Hammond Lumber Company.
How to holiday the Bob's way. You look exhausted, Mr. Gnome. All those Black Friday and Cyber Monday gimmicks, it's enough to make your head spin. Take a break from the chaos and make Bob's Discount Furniture your holiday haven. Enjoy the respite of haggle-free shopping, affordable furniture made even more attainable with financing options to fit your budget, and stress-free gifting with oodles of in-stock and ready-to-ship gifts you know will make it on time. So enjoy less head spinning and more savings during the holidays. Okay, that looks fun. Skip the shopping mayhem. Holiday the Bob's way.
For the first half of his life, Ed Bushy hid his inability to read from everyone until a crisis led him to confront his secret. So he called literacy volunteers at Bangor. He got a tutor and he learned to read. For the rest of his life, Ed promoted literacy to anyone who would listen. Ed's granddaughter, Kayla, was listening. Her grandfather's story inspired her to volunteer as a literacy tutor. Like Kayla, you can help us reach and teach people like Ed. The need is great, especially now. Become a tutor with Literacy Volunteers today.
When selling your home, knowing your options could make you tens of thousands of dollars. That's what I do for my clients. I'm Holly Taylor. Come to the one who gets it done. HollyTaylor.Realtor.
Now let's check in with Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. It seems like he has a Thanksgiving dessert idea for us.
When it comes to Thanksgiving, many of us are so focused on the turkey and all the go-alongs that we often forget about what we're serving for dessert. If so, no worries, because today we're sharing a dessert that's sure to be a showstopper. Let me show you how it's made. We start by combining some cream cheese, sugar, vanilla, and an egg. You want to beat it until everything's nice and smooth. Okay, we set this aside. Now, in another bowl, we beat together more eggs with sugar, corn syrup, and a bit of vanilla. We spread the cream cheese mixture in the bottom of an unbaked pie shell. As for the crust, that can be homemade or you can use a refrigerated or frozen supermarket shortcut. We sprinkle some pecans over this and top it with the vanilla mixture before popping it in the oven. Once it's baked and has time to cool, it's ready to serve. It's the ultimate Thanksgiving dessert that features layer after layer of everything we love about a pecan pie, plus an awesome cheesecake layer. To get the recipe for our 4-layer pecan pie in time for this holiday, just visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a layer after layer after layer after layer way for you to say, ooh, it's so good. Good.
Yummy.
I think that's a fantastic idea. Yeah. Layer of cheesecake into most different things. I'd try that with pumpkin pie, too.
Best of both worlds. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Right.
Well, DVD and digital releases this week includes 2 Men with Commitment Problems, an army of elite female warriors, and more.
Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with a list of new releases.
It's our little secret.
The first gay rom-com from a major movie studio tops this week's list of what's new in home entertainment. Bros, co-written and starring Billy Eichner, follows 2 commitment-phobic gay men whose undeniable attraction to each other turns into something serious.
I feel like myself with you. Usually I only feel like myself when I have a drink in my hand.
Sigourney Weaver and Kevin Kline star in the romantic drama The Good House. Weaver plays a successful realtor forced to face her drinking problem and confront her past as she rekindles a romance with an old flame. A 12-year-old gymnast is hiding a monstrous secret in the Finnish supernatural horror film Hatching.
Some things are worth fighting for.
Available only on digital, the historical epic The Woman King stars Oscar winner Viola Davis as a fictional 19th century general of the African kingdom of Dahomey, who leads a formidable all-female army to battle against European invaders. The film will be available on Blu-ray and DVD December 13th.
Let's go on a move.
Elvis Presley's beloved 1961 classic Blue Hawaii makes its debut on 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray.
Those aren't pillows.
The comedy classic Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, starring Steve Martin and John Candy, celebrates its 35th anniversary.